What's up, guys? Matt Brown from the LSR Podcast. Thanks for joining me and Dustin and Adam right here on the channel each and every week. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like us to tackle in a future episode. But without further ado, DraftKings has made a ton of news, guys. You know, we talk about them every single week on the podcast. One way, shape, or form, things are going on with DraftKings. This time, it is some numbers, Dustin, and maybe on the surface, it looks like, wow, that can't be all that great. But DraftKings is kind of like, pump the brakes.
Yeah, we got the first quarterly earnings from DraftKings as they after they went public earlier this year, and numbers were pretty much what we expected. Revenue was just over what they expected, 71 million. Losses were worse at 161 million than what was expected. And obviously, you can do some quick math in your head there, and that they are not making money yet, Matt. I don't think anybody expects DraftKings to make money right now. But so if you are buying the stock thinking DraftKings because of sports and everything else going on is going to be printing money right now, that is not the case. This is it's a long-term stock buy that you're expecting DraftKings to own a sizable portion of the U.S. sports betting market over time. So, yeah, it's not. These are not surprising numbers. DraftKings has been in the red for quite some time. Actually, there's one point when they were just in New Jersey and maybe their DFS business is doing well, where they were probably getting into the black, but. Yeah, they're going to be into the red for the foreseeable future, and none of this should shock anyone when you see this. I do have to realize that some people come onto my Twitter feed and say, I actually think you should buy DraftKings. I'm not a stock advisor. Buy DraftKings if you want to, but don't do that on my random Twitter tweet saying buy DraftKings, buy all of it that you can.
Adam, whenever we look at this, I mean, I think that this is something that we need to kind of get used to. And for people out there who don't follow the ins and outs every single day of, what comes in and what goes out within these companies, I think people just need to understand the numbers probably aren't going to be pretty for quite a while here. I mean, the expenditure of getting all of these licenses in place and getting everything going in all of these states and the initial marketing spends, because that will eventually go down over time as you acquire customers within states. But obviously these spends are going to be super, super high as they start out here. So losing a bunch of money, it seems horrible. And you see a number like 161 million is definitely shocking, but that had to have been built in, and that was just part of the plan.
Without question, Matt. And it's not as though any of the three of us on this podcast are breaking ground talking about this. Put it in simple terms. If you decided to start a business, any advice that you would get from a sound financial person would be that you should not expect in the first couple of years of your business to take a salary, right? Like, you should expect that the amount of investment that it's going to take to get your business off the ground is going to be more than you're going to make in the early part of the business. Now, scale that up times 1,000 to what we're dealing with in the U.S. sports betting market, and you see the situation that DraftKings is in right now, where you have a shocking number, like 161 million loss, but then you realize DraftKings, by going public, has more than $1 billion cash on hand right now. They're expecting revenue of nearly $500 million in the second half of 2020. So yes, they are burning cash. If you've been watching TV lately, you know why. There has been a significant advertising bump in addition to the promos and marketing spend that's been out there. So whether it's DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM/GVC, this is what you're going to be seeing for the foreseeable future.
Guys, as a reminder, the full version of this podcast can be found over at LegalSportsReport.com, as can the written breakdown of every topic we talk about on the show each and every week. Thanks for watching.